I got one question for you. If you had everything you ever wanted, would you be able to maintain it? And the truth is that, nah, you wouldn't. Why? Because you're just not ready yet. You're just not that person yet. And all the challenges that life throws at you, that's what gives you meaning. That's what gives you purpose. That's what's preparing you to become that person. It's how you face those challenges that either builds you or destroys you. Because honestly, if you were to have everything you ever wanted right now, you wouldn't be able to maintain it. Most people that have spending habits, eating habits, self-harming habits, and self-harming doesn't necessarily have to be physical, like cutting yourself. Even just the way you think, that's already self-harming in its way. I'm reading off my notes right now because I woke up with this on my mind and I just wanted to share it. So I just typed it up and now I'm sharing with you guys. And look, majority of people, they're in the depths of their own destruction. But the beautiful thing is that even if you're destroyed, you can always build yourself back up. You know, use that destruction, use those challenges to fuel your ambition instead of looking at that distraction, the destruction and all the challenges as why is this happening to me and pointing fingers. Why not flip the narrative, flip the coin? Why not say this is happening to me because it's preparing me to become the person I want to be? Does that make sense? Because look, at the end of the day, to face all those challenges, to build yourself back up, that's gonna require patience. And the thing is, people that hold so much anger in their heart, they don't have what it takes to build themselves back up. That's why they like to blame and point fingers. They can't flip the narrative. They can't take accountability for their actions that led them to that self-destruction. So it's easy to point fingers, but it's hard to take that accountability. That's why they hold so much anger in their heart, because they don't just hate themselves, but they hate that they can't pick themselves back up. But the beautiful thing is that there's no time limit. There's no time limit. You can always pick yourself back up. No matter how down you are, you can always pick yourself back up. And those that are in the phase of building themselves up, they'll always have knowledge. They'll always be willing to share on topics like, look, scratch all that. Let's put into perspective that you're climbing up a mountain, right? There's people at the bottom and people at the top, people making their way to the top, right? You see someone that's on top or making their way to the top, they'll tell you, hey, watch out for that crack because there's a snake in there, or watch out for that rock, it's unstable. But the people at the bottom, the people that can't even, they don't want even attempt, they're gonna hate. Oh man, you see those net bangers online just typing hate. Keyboard warriors, they got the most to say but the least to show. you know can you see that the difference there? The people at the top, they're gonna be rooting for you because they already faced those challenges. So they game recognizes game. They see that person got what it takes. They see you hustling and be like, yeah, I can give a hand. But the people at the bottom, they don't recognize shit. They hate themselves to the point where hating on you is what satisfies them, is what makes them feel fulfilled, you know, which is leading them into a darker path. If you notice those old people that just be hating on people for no reason, like they're just so negative to the point where it just radiates. That's what happens if you live your whole life afraid of picking up your own challenges, afraid of attempting. That's what turns you into, honestly. You feel me?